Okay, here we go. Patterns and sequences. We're starting on number 6 now. This one, it's talking about the terms of arithmetic series are such that the difference between consecutive terms is constant. We know that. We're adding the same thing every time. For example, 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14. The difference between consecutive terms is 3. If the first term in an arithmetic series is 4, the last term is 144, and the sum is 592. What are the first 3 terms? Okay, if the sum of all the numbers in that sequence are 592, I cannot have a number in there anywhere that's bigger than 592. So I can rule out K. Does that make sense? Because that's the third term, 1188. If I add those 3, that's more than 592, and I got several more to add in there, right? Okay. So I can also consider this one here as being too big as well, because 128 is only my third term. Okay, so then by the time I get 100 I'm going up by what? That'd be 62. If I go up another 62, that's going to be bigger than 144. So it can't be J. And then here we're throwing in halves. So that would be 44 and a half, 44 and a half. Another 44 and a half would put us at 137 and a half, which if I add another 44 and a half is not going to give me 144, so it can't be H. So now I'm down to F and G, okay? So on F, I'm adding, 20 each time? So that would put us at 64, 84, 104, 124, 144. So I end up at my 144, which is what I'm looking for, right? If I add all those up, that's going to give me 592. So my answer is G. Okay. All right, number 7 and 8. Even though I've given you a formula for figuring out the nth term of a geometric sequence, the easiest thing to do, since it's only the 7th term or the 6th term in number 8, is just go ahead and do the math. If I look, I'm multiplying each thing by -4, right? Okay, so that's the first 4 terms. So the 5th term, -4 times -4 is a positive 16. So that's my 5th term, right? I only need to go 2 more places, right? Well, I can tell I'm going positive, negative, positive. So this next one's going to be, the 7th one's going to be positive. So I know it's not A and B. And it can't be 16 because, hello, that's where I'm at on the 5th term. And then if I multiply by -4 again, I'm going to get -64. And so 64 is not going to work. So it has to be E256. Okay? All right, number 8, what is the 6th term? This one, I'm multiplying by -3 each time. So if I multiply by -3, that'll give me my 5th term. And so that would be times -3. My brain is not functioning today. I'm sorry, guys. Would be 81. And then my 6th term is going to be negative. So I know it's not H, J, or K, and it can't be -81. So it has to be -243. 8 would be F. Okay. All right, last 2 for this video. If 2 is the first term and 1250 is the 5th term of a geometric sequence, which of the following is the 2nd term? Okay, so if I think about this, here's my first, and here's my 5th, way out here, 1250. Okay, so if I know it's not going to be 100, because remember when I'm multiplying, it goes up pretty fast. So if I'm at 100 on the 2nd term, that would mean I'm multiplying by 50. Then the next term will be 5,000, and I'm not even close to that. Same with 50. That would be times 25. So then times 25, I'd already be at 1250. So it's not D. All right. So I would go with, once you rule out the obviously wrong, D and E, I would go with the middle that are left, so 10. So if I made my 2nd term 10, that would mean I'm multiplying by 5 each time, right? And then times 5 for my 3rd term would give me 50, and then times 5 for my fourth term would give me 250, times 5 would give me 1250. So 10 is my answer. If it was too big, then you know your answer is A. If it was too small, then you know your answer was C. Okay? All right. All right, this one here, I know our word problems are not our favorite thing, but we're looking through this, and you have jars of honey that they've stacked up. The shaded ones are the top row, and then every row below it is one bigger on each side. So this top one is a 3 by 3, right? Then the one underneath of it would be a 4 by 4, and it said there's 4 rows. So then 5 by 5, and then a 6 by 6, right? So that's 9, 16, 25, and 36. If I add all those up, I will get my answer, okay? And I look over here, and it's K86, okay?